Father accused in the death of his 2-year-old daughter faces a judge, but this child abuse case is different. It wasn't a sudden moment of rage that killed the girl, but rather it was starvation and injuries to the brain and wounds from a lifetime of beatings. Her father and mother now face the death penalty. As Local 12's Deborah Dixon shows us, the life and death courtroom drama is underway.
Glenn Bates arraigned on an unusual charge, aggravated murder with a possible penalty of death for the murder of his 2-year-old daughter. He pleads not guilty. His attorney will now fight for his life.
Every time somebody gets indicted for the death penalty, it makes me nervous because it's the ultimate penalty, death.
Juries seem reluctant to hand down that ultimate sentence, finding it hard to believe a parent would intentionally kill their own child. But in this case, there is evidence the abuse took place over the child's entire life.
This child had just been at Children's in December for neglect and malnourishment. And they tried to explain to the mom that you got to feed this child. You're not feeding it. And mom seemed to think that the child was fat or overweight.
Glenn Bates could blame the death on Glenera's mother. Andrea Bradley has a history of child abuse going back to 2007. She's pregnant with her 8th child. Bates could testify against her to save his own neck.
As you know, in our office, we don't put death penalty specs on so that we can work deals. We put death penalty specs on because we think that's the appropriate punishment.
Bates' attorney says he's going for a jury trial, but not going for a defense he's heard in other child abuse cases. The argument that the child survived so much before there would be no reason to think she would suddenly die.
I'm not really sure how valid a defense that is, that we did it before, nothing happened, so why is it different this time? Obviously, it is different this time. The child died.
This time, the child is dead. This time, the parents could die too. Deborah Dixon, Local 12 News.
There is an investigation into why Job and Family Services took the children away after allegations of the mother's abuse and then returned the children to her custody.